As if giving birth weren't incredible enough, these women helped deliver their own babies, and those magical moments were caught on camera. Every childbirth is downright amazing, but these women took it up a notch by getting hands-on with their own deliveries. With the assistance of a doctor, doula, or midwife, these moms caught their babies as they emerged during the last minutes of labor, helping to gently pull them out into the world. These raw, intimate moments were stunningly documented by their birth photographers who shared with us their thoughts as they witnessed the incredible love and strength of these women pour forth as they met their child for the first time. Giving birth is a total miracle, but that doesn't mean it's easy. We rounded up reactions from real moms. Baby dropping is very common for pregnant women, especially when they're very close to their due date. The uncommon party of baby dropping is catching the exact moment it happens on camera. However, one expectant mama was lucky enough to do so as a mom. She was taking a video of her growing bump when she'd seen it happen. A woman's body truly is a miracle, and the fact is beautifully illustrated during the miracle of childbirth. Ask any witnessing party. What a woman can accomplish through pain, sweat, and tears is awe-inspiring. When a woman goes into labor, her body changes rapidly to bring new life into the world. As moms well know, birth is an incredible process, inspiring, frightening, and truly just plain cool. That's right, we said it. The vagina is cool. In addition, if you've tried to avoid thinking too hard about what it takes to push a baby through such a small opening, don't worry. These photos show you in incredible detail. Yes, the female body goes through many contortions to bring a new life into the world. Not only is it a wonder to behold, but it also deserves to be celebrated with reserve. Don't forget that despite hours of painful labor, many women take a pause in pushing to touch their baby's crowning head for the first time. It's an irreplaceable moment. Birth photographers often get to illustrate just how versatile the vagina really is when they capture the moment a baby's head is about to crown. These intimate and inspiring birth photos illustrate the beauty and wonder of the moment as a baby emerges from its mother's womb and prove females are strong as hell. It happens when the baby's head literally drops lower into your pelvis, becoming engaged within your pubic bones. This starts the baby's descent down and out into the world. Lightning can start as early as a few weeks before labor actually begins, but sometimes it happens only a few hours before labor starts. I hadn't received the gift of being a parent as of yet, but I can say I'm looking forward to it. I can imagine what it must feel like holding your newborn baby, looking into his eyes for the first time. It must be a stunning experience with all that goes on in a hospital room, whether it's the actual labor, a C-section, or any number of complications and happenings. The moment you meet your baby makes it all worth it. When a baby drops, there are a few things a mother may immediately experience. A mom may notice that they can suddenly breathe easier, but also may start to feel a lot more pressure on their pelvis and bladder. A Ring doorbell camera caught the moment a pregnant California woman gave birth in her front lawn, a development she said was totally not in my birth plan. Ally Johnson, age 31, can be seen and heard pushing her son into the waiting hands of her mother as her husband looked on in the grass outside their Beckerville home Thursday. In the footage, I was going to accept those wonderful pain medicines at the hospital, Emily told CNN. Having a natural childbirth was not in my birth plan, but given how fast the labor progressed, we knew I was not getting there. Johnson's mother, Christy Sparks, can be heard encouraging Emily to push as the lights of emergency services vehicles flash in the background. She shouts, "We've got to head to an EMT at the Vacaville Fire Department," who runs up to the family laid out on the grass. It was surreal, Sparks told Big 105.9 of the outdoor delivery. I could see lights from the fire truck, and the next thing I knew I had the baby's head right against my hand, she said, where baby Thomas utters his first cries. Emily's wails of pain turned to peals of laughter. "Hey, Thomas, how you doing, bud?" she exclaims, joyful and relieved. "Hey, Tommy." At PS7 and 11 Oz, the newest resident of Vacaville was born at 10:42 p.m., evidenced by the timestamp on the Ring camera footage. Suddenly, the pain stops. Maybe it doesn't actually stop, but your body floods with hormones, especially oxytocin, which feels unbelievable. Suddenly, there's this person that wasn't there before, laying on your chest. Everything else is blurry, but that little face is crystal clear. You'll get the shakes and chills. You did a lot of work, and your body is very rapidly starting to work on going back to how it was before you were pregnant. If your baby is unable to nurse immediately, mine just crawled right up there and had at it. It's amazing that babies can do that. You'll have contractions, but not as intense. Nursing causes the uterus to contract to start going back to its normal size. You feel a lot of these bad period cramps, and they get less and less as the weeks go on. Early labor is hardly noticeable. You might not even know what's happening. You've probably had Braxton Hicks for weeks up until this point, so you just ignore the gentle squeezing that keeps happening. It's like your belly is doing crunches, but you aren't participating. Emily told Inside Edition that she and her husband, Michael, were on their way to Vacaville Hospital, which is just 5 minutes away from the Johnsons' house, when she realized she couldn't get in the car. I was like, the grass is a little bit damp, and I was like, I'm feeling nauseous. I'm going to go lay down in the grass, she said. Ultimately, she didn't get up from the grass until her second son came into the world. She joked that she was like a cow giving the birth in a field. As her husband ran back and forth from the house to the makeshift delivery room out front, he realized that the Ring camera had the little blue light on it and was recording all of this, Emily said. The mother of two also told KCRA that she was thankful she wasn't facing in the other direction. Otherwise, she said, she wouldn't be able to show that footage with anybody. When the little family finally did get to the hospital, they relived the bizarre birth on one of their phones, and the nursing staff, who had bemusedly cleaned grass clippings and dirt off the new mother's knees, piled in to watch with them. Once my husband sent the video to one of our local news stations, it went viral from there, Emily told DailyMail.com. Friends from many states have reached out, and friends of friends from Canada and Mexico have also seen it. With all the pain, trauma, and negativity on the news lately, I'm glad that a video with me groaning like a farm animal welcoming my second baby can bring joy and laughter to others. Women can deal with this pain for a while, but then it becomes completely exhausting. That's why childbirth is utterly exhausting, because you could be in labor for days riding the roller coaster of pain. Another painful moment is when the baby is descending and about to crown. That's called the Ring of Fire. It's a giant hack getting pushed through a small vaginal canal and opening. This is what I remember, and it's pretty accurate because I delivered without an epidural, so I felt everything. I'd never been a prodrugs person, and I wanted to see if I could bear it. But if I couldn't, I did instruct them that I might need one. And there's a window where they can no longer administer the epidural, which is when the baby is croning. This is something that's going to be around forever, and something we can share to embarrass him for years to come, Michael told CNN. Emily settled back in at home and is recovering great, the family told news outlets. And the Johnsons' 3-year-old Blake has spent plenty of quality time with his new baby brother. Next time, Emily said, the couple might just tailgate in the parking lot at the hospital, so we're better prepared. Babies are born without a sense of who they are, without a sense of self. They have no idea about what the world is like. They don't know where they begin or end. They have no idea of their body or what it's like. However, they have their needs, and they feel them as sensations, hunger, discomfort. They need to be held in a bond to start with. They experience their mother as a sensation that makes them comfortable in different ways or not, but don't realize that she's a person apart because they have no idea what a person is like. This differentiation takes time to happen. It happens as they begin to figure the world out and themselves. This phase is called the separation. Individualization phase begins at 9 months and lasts up until the child is 2 or 3. It varies from child to child. For this phase to successfully complete, the previous stage has to have been comfortably completed without any traumatic experience, such as an unavailable mother. Well, short of the length of time it will take to break their trust that someone will come when they indicate they're in distress.